Are you ready, kids? I can't hear you. Who lives in the desert, burning to death? Hi there, it's Mars Wilson with the Digital Quill Media and the Digital Quill Podcast with your episode 34 today, I believe. How you doing? So before we begin, I didn't put this together to not show it off, so 1 second, please. Check this out. Pirate Argh. I hope you're amused, because I am. Now, I'm sorry first and foremost to my listeners who expected 3 episodes this week, or even 2. We're probably only going to do 1. I have no spoons and no bandwidth to keep doing what I am not very good at doing. How are you guys doing today? Let's do a pulse check. Let's check in. Are you drinking enough water? Getting sunlight? Doing your breathing exercises? Are you remembering to focus your attention on the present and not the past that you cannot change and the future that we don't know what's going to happen yet? Are you getting enough physical activity? No? Have you spent 8 hours doom scrolling on your phone today? According to my clock, I haven't spent that much time on my phone today yet. No idea what's going to happen after I hit end record or stop recording. Give me some fun facts that you know about pirates. I don't have any. I attempted to watch a video for like 5 minutes before this, and I couldn't think of a single pirate fact from that video that I paid attention to, other than the ones that we kind of already know. Pirates used an eye patch not because they were missing an eyeball, but because of why I bought the eye patch at a Ren Fair one time. I want night vision. I am so sensitive to the freaking sun that I don't want to be blind. Being blind is a pain in the ass. I like seeing with my eyes. Look here with your beautiful eyes. My brand. Oh no. Oh no. You know what? I'm depirating. Crazy. I have really bad echolalia, lalia, lolly, whatever the hell it is. I have really bad versions of it. And as I was talking on TikTok the other day, I'm pretty sure that 90% of me is literally made up of all the sounds and personalities I've come across. Even myself, I don't know. I'm kind of concerned about that now because, like, are you peopling correctly? If you take the things that resonate with you from other people and then adopt them and morph them into your own thing? Are you peopling correctly? Because I don't think I ever people correctly. I might need your help with that one. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Oh gosh. Today's gonna be a short episode. Ooh, it's July. Hi, we're smack dab in the middle of summer in the Northwest. How are you? Who lives in the desert, burning to death? I do. Flop on the floor or drop on the floor and flop like a fish who has no water because you're in the desert, burning alive. If you're in the Southwest, what was your sky like yesterday? Yesterday being June 30th. Are there 31 days in June? No? Okay. Good. I'm not behind on things. That much. Double checks calendar on phone just to make sure that I don't actually know, or that I do actually know how many days are in June, considering I just lived it. A few updates. The friends and I are actually getting together this weekend to play some board games. Last weekend, we got together to play Magic the Gathering. It was a all for one, or an all for, or one for all, and then, let's see, we did a 2v2 tournament. That was interesting. I did not win as much as I would have liked to. I'm kidding. I don't actually play Magic to win. If you play Magic to win, first, good for you. I'm glad you like winning at something. Second, if you play to win and a new player comes up to want to learn to play Magic with you, don't play to win. Play to play. Damn it. That is my one damn gripe with the freaking Magic community, is that, or really any like gaming community, there's like such a... I've come across some very, very, very competitive, rude, dickish type people when it comes to cosplay, because I've been wanting to get into cosplay for years, and everyone I've ever asked has been very dismissive or judgmental or just rude. And I understand it's a culture thing, I suppose. Maybe I don't quite understand it. Maybe I'm not serious enough about it to be warranted to be taught anything. I don't know. But I feel like if you have a question, it deserves an answer. Even if it's a non-answer, but not like a dismissal. I don't have any specific examples at the moment because it's been a long time since I've dealt with anyone in those worlds. But my advice to this, when it comes to like a passion project or a game or something, why be so competitive that you ruin it for new players or new people who want to be a part of it? Like, I don't understand that. I've had other people tell me they have had similar experiences, and I'm like, I can't relate. A long time ago, I may not have really liked my aunt very much, but I mean, she did kind of treat me like ugly stepsister, but whatever. I may not have liked my aunt that much, but a long time ago when I was like just fresh out of learning photography and everything, and I had a pretty good handle on it, enough that I could probably impart knowledge upon people, she asked me, and I gave her the information. I was like, oh, human has question about something I'm passionate about. I may not like them very much, but instead of being a rude piece of shit to them, I'm going to help them. Because they were brave enough to ask a question on how camera settings work and how to stop shooting in automatic. Because manual, if you're a photographer, you know, is better than automatic, especially on a DSLR or a mirrorless camera. Not that I've gotten a chance to play with enough mirrorless cameras, but one day I will. Maybe. I kind of like my DSLR. 8 minutes? 8 minutes and I've already trauma dumped? I need guests. Speaking of guests, I have 2 scheduled for this month so far. The 9th and the something, it's a Tuesday. An aspiring and prior chef, a VTuber, and someone we've had before. Can you guess who? Guess. I might have already said it in a previous episode. If you were paying attention, you might know. Who's going to be the next guest, family? Who's going to be the next Digital Quill Podcast guest? Also, another update, another shout out kind of thing. Thank you to those who started using the T.I.M.E acronym thingy, especially on the TikTok videos. I never knew that it could be used like that by other people. I kind of always assumed that it would be an acronym motto I would use. I didn't ever think it would get adopted, and the fact that it has so far, I'm what's the word? I want to say I'm jived, but I don't know if anyone's gonna. I'm geeked? No. There's so many slang words I could use right now. Oh my god. I'm lit. No. Fuck. Help. What slang word would I use for I am happy and excited? I don't know slang. If you know me, you know I don't really care about that stuff so much. I mean, slang is just like more words and more complicated, confusing words at that, especially since slang words change. Did Gucci change? It's Gucci? Maybe? I live under a rock like Patrick Star, all right? I am not Sandy Cheeks or SpongeBob saying, I'm ready. I am a rock dweller. I come out only when necessary, and most of the other time I'm like, It sounds like I'm like, if it sounds like I'm putting myself down, I promise you I'm not. I'm thoroughly amused by how I live life sometimes. So if you feel like I'm putting myself down, you to make yourself feel better, you don't do the same thing with me. Fall into the absurdity, the chaos, the entertainment. This is entertainment value. Probably not a lot of entertainment value. Maybe. I don't know. That's not really up for me to decide, other than how I'm entertained. And right now, my entertainment value is maxed out. I'm probably going to be really tired after this episode and not want to do anything. But I have no spoons. I have very little spoons and bandwidth at the moment. That's why I'm only doing one episode this week. But somehow, in not having spoons, I'm getting spoons. And I don't understand how that works. How do good thing happen, increase spoon? Bad thing happen, decrease spoon. And bad thing doesn't even happen to decrease spoon. Rolling it back to the Magic the Gathering conversation, in like 2021, I had finally gotten into Magic. And it had been something I'd been wanting to play for a long time. No one would teach me. Or even bother to sit down and take the time to teach me, because it's not really a complicated game once you get the hang of it and have played a few games. And maybe built your own deck once or twice. Or 5 times. My first deck that I ever built is still my best deck. It's a blue and white flying enchantment deck. Flying enchantment. Are you guys sure you want to play board games this weekend? Not another round of Magic? I mean, I do want to play board games because I did get Bananagrams and Munchkin, and then also, well, Munchkin is a game I'm borrowing from a friend. Bananagrams is a fun game I can play solo. And also with other people. And then one of my friends is bringing over the light cage, I think that's what it's called. It's like this game where you have these tiles and you have to like keep the candle lit or something like that. It's a puzzle strategy tabletop game. It looks like fun. There's like boss monsters and stuff. It's gonna be awesome. Of course, I have Cards Against Humanity, courtesy of the roomie. Sorry, roomie, I'm probably stealing those from you. I need to regather Clue. I don't have Clue unless you count the Clue on my Switch, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Clue is my favorite board game. I haven't played a lot of board games in order to like choose a board game besides Clue, because board games, you kind of have to have and know people to play board games. And I played Clue, I played Life, I didn't play a lot of Sorry. I will never play Monopoly. It will never happen. I'm sorry. I haven't ever played Scrabble. I need to. Guess Who, of course. Every child plays Guess Who. Played that with my therapist, actually. There were a few board games I would play with my mom and therapist growing up. That was interesting. We should do shit like that currently. Clue. Therapy edition. Oh, what's behind that door? We're just gonna put that back. That's not the murder weapon. What's behind that door? Oh, look. More generational trauma. Just gonna put that back there. It was the generational trauma with the standard trauma and the lack of society on planet Earth. That might actually just work in general. Like, what if you could recreate Clue just in general? Because it's like 3 questions. Or not 3 questions, but it's the... I'm thinking out loud. You're gonna have to pardon me. Speaking of which... Sorry for that. So sorry. Here we go. That is the website of which I survive from. Wrong way, this way. That is the website of which I survive from, as far as every piece of writing I've done so far as publicly goes. Podcast. This is where I survive on the internet. It's where I live. I need to live here more. Specifically, in the, what do you call it? There's like the weird little, I'll just show you guys. There's like a thread thing that Substack has where you can reply to other people and things. It's kind of strange. I don't fully understand it yet. It kind of feels like it runs like Twitter, but I'm not sure. This is the video I was talking about. And actually, I know I've read this one out loud to you guys before, so I'm not going to. Yeah, because I think I've already done the thing for that one. I am going to read this one out to you. But before I do that, we're going to make this disappear. I have officially entered yet another contest for the Unsealed, where I am getting votes for a piece of writing I've done. And this one was for write a letter to a version or younger version of yourself or something like that. And that one I had done immediately after the one that I just showed you, I think. Let me see here. Go back to this page, open like a new tab, go here, scroll here, my letters. What would the old version? Yeah, yep, that is definitely what it is. Yeah. Voting ends on August 4th. Voting ends on July 21st. No votes yet. What would the old version of you say to the new version of you? New text message, old number. Hey kid. Hey. How are you? You seem a little sad. I'm okay. Life's just life, you know? I know. Life doesn't stop being life, though. Sometimes you'll have ups and downs. Right now you're going through a lot. Sometimes you'll set it down, carry it again, and set it down again. That a lot doesn't ever truly stop being a lot, but that's okay. You get stronger, you learn things, you keep going. Sometimes you rest. Thank you for that. Of course, anytime. You're not doing too bad for us, you know? I'm glad we pulled through. Thank you for raising me. Maybe we can chat again sometime. Yeah, maybe we can. I plan to, anyway, even if you don't always answer right away. I'll keep in touch. Hey, before you go? Yeah? How much more do we lose? I can't tell you everything, as there would be nothing left for you to learn. We lose a lot. But we also gain more than we lose. Keep your heartbeat strong, kid, for both of us. Our future will thank us. Hey, I'm glad you came to visit me. You've made a lot of progress. I know you didn't believe in yourself, but how could you not? You've been through a lot. Like a lot. But you still have faith and hope in humans. You still love and you're still working for me, for them. Give yourself more credit. If I have to keep our heart strong, you have to give yourself credit where credit is due. I'll work on that. You say that, but mean it. Mean it. I'll try my best to give myself more credit. No promises. Sounds about right. See you around, bigger me. I love you. I love you too, little me. Thank you for waiting. That's an interesting date. Going to ignore that one with as much as I can, but I don't know if I can. Speaking of, you didn't really get a chance to see the piece I just read because I'm a dum-dum. I'm a dum-dum. I almost want to reread that out loud while you guys are able to see it, so let me zoom in. Do you like my scary looking editing? Don't ask. It took me like all of 15-20 minutes to piece together that photo for that. It was kind of a nightmare, honestly. Anyway, redoing whatever the hell it was that I just did without a visual representation of what I just did. That's classic Mars. Just diving right in and not even knowing what the heck you're doing. New text message, old number. I wrote this one immediately after the life thing, I think. Let's see. Let's go here again and then go here. There it is. There's the tired. Yeah, I wrote it immediately after this one. As soon as I got done with this one. And you know what? Fuck it. Palette cleanser. We are going to read this one. But the end. We're going to read the end because I've already read this. And I don't want to read it from the very beginning again. So, write a letter to the world sharing one way your life is blossoming. We've been here before. If that sounds familiar to you, it's because it has. Or because it is. I'm blossoming. I've been learning from other people how to water myself. I've been learning the hard way through observation and experimentation. Life has always been an experiment and experience for me. Life is also very hard. That's why I still fight with my brain and my thoughts, but it's different from before. I still want to leave, so badly do I want to just disappear, cease to exist, but also I want to see things, see people just as much, see the turn of the century, which would only be 102 for me, and living that long could be possible. See people. We have the internet now, and travel is changing, and even though money is still very stupid and useful and stupid, conversations for another day, all things are easier and harder. I can see people thrive now even after hard times, and that's nice. That is so damn nice. What's keeping me here? People. No one special. No one in particular. Just people. I'm doing the things I never thought I'd do. I'm seeing results in ways I didn't think possible. I'm probably thriving. Because here's the thing. Anything better is better than 85% of my life so far, before these moments. I may be barely surviving in other ways, but in some of the big ones, I'm alive. I hope by watering myself, others learn to water themselves too. This isn't a perfect science. I'm still going to have to learn, change, endure, and grow, and sometimes I may even wilt, but it will be worth it. I feel the light, the warmth over here in my cozy nook in this dark place. From ashes, I build a way to see the light. So yeah, I do come out of this place from time to time. But it's okay. Take the light, humans of Earth. Take the light, keep going, carve your own path. Just keep going. Immediately after I wrote this one, I wrote this one. Because I had no idea what the hell I would do. Because I kind of feel like, in a way, the old me, the past me, was speaking to me and through me in that last letter. The letter before this one. And it was hard to kind of come up with an idea of what the old version of me would say to the new version of me in a very simple format. I was thinking letter, I was thinking poem, I was thinking letter, I was thinking poem, I was thinking poem, letter, poem, letter, poem, letter, 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 poem. And then, all of a sudden, I was like, let me take myself out for coffee. There is that one trend that's been going on around TikTok where people have been taking their younger selves out to coffee and comparing and contrasting in some ways the differences between them now versus them then. And I jumped on that trend because of one of my favorite friends that I met through TikTok. Lindsay, if you listen to this podcast at all, thank you for being you. We are going to need to get you on an episode at some point in the future. Actually, stay tuned while I brain think. But yes, thank you for creating that trend, because honestly, I probably wouldn't have done it. I probably wouldn't have done it if you didn't do that trend. I would not have even thought about it at all ever again. And then this challenge comes up weeks after I'd done that trend, and I was like, new text message, old number. That's kind of what it feels like sometimes. It feels like my past talks to me from an old phone number with new messages. And I was like, hey kid. Hey, how are you? You seem a little sad. I'm okay. Life's just life, you know? I know. Life doesn't stop being life. I know, life doesn't stop being life, though. Sometimes you'll have ups and downs. Right now, you're going through a lot. Sometimes you'll set it down, carry it again, and set it down again. That a lot doesn't ever truly stop being a lot, but that's okay. You get stronger. You learn things. You keep going. Sometimes you rest. Thank you for that. Of course, anytime. You're not doing too bad for us, you know. I'm glad we pulled through. Thank you for raising me. Maybe we can chat again sometime? Yeah, maybe we can. I plan to, anyway. Even if you don't always answer right away. I'll keep in touch. Hey, before you go. Yeah? How much more do we lose? I can't tell you everything, as there would be nothing left for you to learn. We lose a lot. But we also gain more than we lose. Keep your heartbeat strong, kid, for both of us. Our future will thank us. Hey, I'm glad you visit me. You've made a lot of progress. I know you didn't believe in yourself, but how could you not? You've been through a lot. Like, a lot. But you still have faith and hope in humans. You still love, and you're still working for me, for them. Give yourself more credit. If I have to keep our heart strong, you have to give yourself credit where credit is due. I'll work on that. You say that, but mean it. Mean it? I'll try my best to give myself more credit, no promises. Sounds about right. See you around, bigger me. I love you. I love you too, little me. Thank you for waiting. Let's dissect this piece now that you've heard it twice. Double check to make sure the recording is still recording. And then back here. So in this piece, what would the old version of you say to the new version of you? One, she'd be shocked. Damn near floored at the fact that I am damn near 27 and still alive. I'm shocked and floored that I'm damn near 27, like 3 months away. Holy shit, 3 months away. Cool. 3 months and 14 days away. Nice. Going to also forget that month exists. Anyway, I don't celebrate. Just saying. But, one, she'd be shocked that I'm still around. She'd be proud that I have made some of the tough decisions that I've made. Like choosing when and how I moved out of my childhood home. The relationships I've chose to end and let go of. The values I've reevaluated. For a while, I was wandering, lost, without a purpose, without a reason for being, without a reason to keep going. And one of those things was always about people. I can remember as a little girl going through trauma and pain and therapy, and all I wanted to get out of it was understanding, of course. I wanted to understand what happened and why. But I also wanted people to not feel what I felt. To not be bullied in the way I was bullied. To not know pain and loneliness and despair at, a very young age. A very, very young age. But I feel like somewhere I kind of lost the plot because life kept happening, Didn't really have a way or a rhyme or a reason to help people in that way. And I still don't really have a rhyme or a reason to help people that way. But I'm gonna die trying. I made the decision for myself a couple of years ago, and it's only like the last year and a half started to see its fruition, it coming to an actual head. And part of healing your inner child, in my opinion, in my perspective, part of healing your inner child is remembering why they loved life. What gave them that spark where they would run out and laugh and play? What did that for you growing up? I was reading and writing so much. My adult life of writing is nothing compared to when I was a kid. And I'm writing a fucking book now. I sincerely thought I'd be on like 5 or 6 books by now in my late 20s. But at the same time, knowing and feeling, gut feeling, are 2 different things. And I knew that I had to start living life at some point in order to write books. Especially the first book that I will ever write. And, yep. Someone once asked me what would little Mars say to me about things, and the only person who could say what little Mars would say to me about things is me, because I was little Mars once upon a time, not you. And little Mars would want not only people to not have gone through what I've gone through, but as I've said in prior episodes, to not make the mistakes that have been made to and around me. My mother told me growing up many times that her mother was a great teacher because she taught her what not to do with her children, what she didn't want to do with her children. Well, unfortunately, through a lot of therapy and time and rehashing some things from the past. From my perspective and where I stand, my mother is just as bad as her mother was to her. So I mean it this time. 4 generations later. Yeah. Because she's technically grandmother. 4 generations later. I mean it this time when I say I'm not going to be like my family. When it comes to finally having a family of my own one day. I can't. Because none of that was love. It was possession and control. So yes. Lost the plot there. Did a little bit of trauma dumping. Going back to the regular plot. Small Mars would be proud of me. Confused because there's a lot of shit that has happened that she'd have to get caught up on. But she'd be proud. She'd probably cry. I can cry. I do cry. I hide my crying sometimes. Not all the time, but most of the time. I however much you see me crying, it's not much more that I hide. But if you see me crying, I'm really going through it. Because I don't like seeing or having people see me cry. I actually developed that feeling growing up when I would break down, get into PTSD episodes, and would just have to self-regulate. Which in some level, as a child, maybe not such a good thing, but now that I'm an adult looking back at how I had to learn to self-regulate my emotions when it came to my PTSD, amongst other things, I'm doing a lot better than I could be. A lot of time has gone by since some of those nights. And I don't want to hide tears or pain. I never want to hide those things. Because it's part of the human condition. And how are you supposed to feel like you can cry yourself if I hide my tears? My shame, my mistakes, my broken past, my broken present. It's not that broken. As I said, I'm definitely surviving in some areas still. Don't have a house yet. But I am thriving in others. My life now is a 180 from my life 10, 15, even 5 years ago. So I want you to take that information, because that was a lot about me. Going to puke later over that. But that was a lot about me. Take that information. Take that it took me damn near 27 years to figure it all out, sort of. And I'm not even close to figuring it all out. I have like 27 to 74 more years. There's a hair, and it won't go away. Go away. I'm going to feel like I'm going to echo my mother on this one. I am echoing my mother on this one. She used to say that she still doesn't know what she wants to do with her life. She would say that from 50, 60, 70 on. And it was in an attempt to make me feel better about not knowing quite how my life was going to turn out. See, I've always known I wanted to publicly speak and write. I'm doing those things. I always knew by a certain age that I always wanted to photograph. Not really doing that much right now. Not really sure that's my path anymore, honestly. I really love doing photography, but I don't see how I can incorporate that in such a way that I want to. Take the information that it took me a long time to kind of get a handle on finding purpose or understanding or reason. Again. And use it for you. If you've been here before, you know that I like giving my time. teaching, inspiring, motivating, entertaining, traveling, investigating, meet and making, exploring, and experiencing. Wow, did I really just say that? Like, verbatim? I did it. I said it verbatim. Let me give you my time. Let me teach, inspire, motivate, or entertain you. Let me travel with you, investigate with you, meet you, and make things with you, and explore and experience life. Because at the end of the day, that's what this is. Life is not about the 9 to 5 you have, the car you're driving or not driving, the watches you're wearing, and the makeup you're having, and the Botox you're doing. And it's not about those things. Life is simply about experiencing life as a human being. Experiencing life under the human condition, what it means to be human with other humans. If we were truly meant to be solitary, would we have the ability to communicate and feel and experience with each other? Would energies passing through each other be non-existent? I think so. We need each other, humans of Earth. We all need each other. And I am thankful and blessed to have known any and all of you in my life that are watching this, that have been a part of this, that are going to be a part of this. Pieces like this pieces like this or even this or pieces like this. Did I read this one to you guys? Maybe not. Dear me, you're doing swell. Dear Mars, the me from not that long ago. You who felt you weren't enough. That's a tough lie to unravel. I heard that threatened to bury you, put you in the gravel. You listen. But listen, you are enough. Always enough. Never not enough. You're 27 now, and that's kinda wow. A few months away from that, but whatever. Life changed so much, yet you carried you through. No matter the chances, those second glances. You're a thriver, not just a survivor, shining even when incomplete. You love Mars, even in the hard, the incomplete. That's a strength that's tough to beat. 25 years, and what were the chances? You kept going, always enough, never not enough. But please, Mars. So please, Mars, don't give up. Keep going. I know it's hard, but you are enough. You always were, even when you couldn't see it. You are doing swell. Oh look, a piece I just threw together last minute. How can I tell? Oh, I can. Don't worry about that. I just can. 'Cause I know what my best work looks like, and that ain't it. That certainly is not it. What am I going to do for this challenge? Let's talk about that, actually. Let's talk about write a poem or a letter about the time the universe gave you a very clear message. At this point in time, several of you have been included in my curse. How many of you are still seeing 47 everywhere? A little bit of backstory, because this is going to sound insane, and then I'm going to end it, because why not end this on a note that sounds insane? I mean, I did come in here dressed like a pirate. Arrgh, matey. I should have gone into acting. No. Mm-mm. Are there any plays looking for someone that needs like a backstage hand? Because I don't want to act. I would like to set up the lights and stuff though. I don't mind wearing all black, hiding in the shadows, seeing how the process is built from the ground up. I mean, I also like acting. Just not enough to like want to do it. I was telling a friend the other day, and we'll get into this before the next part, which I don't even remember. Oh, the number curse thing. I don't want to get into that. Oh, thank God. Okay. So I was telling a friend the other day, and now I lost that plot too. I lost that plot in order to remember the other plot. Oh no. Oh no, Claire. Nope, don't remember it. Gonna have to go with the number plot. Son of a bitch. Okay. If you've been a part of my curse, first and foremost, I am sorry. Second, I don't know what numbers are. I don't believe in numbers. Numerology is weird. It somehow makes sense, and yet it doesn't. I'm way too open-minded, and I've read way too many different theologies and philosophies and spiritualities and other things that I'm just sitting here like... If you are into numerology, this will be great for you, and I would love your help. Because I can't. I won't. I will not. I don't. Of all the esoteric, eccentric things I do, numerology, not one of them. Fuck you, numbers. Fuck you. First and foremost, a little bit of background. As I said, 7:47 p.m. is my birth time. And it took me a long time of knowing my mother's birth year. The mother that raised me, not my mother, my biological mother. We don't talk about her like ever. Hold on, I just got a notification. No way. Please? Yes! Thunderstorms possible this evening. Raise the roof. I don't know what the rain dance is, but help me do the rain dance. Quick, no, go wash your cars. If you live in Phoenix, Arizona, or Arizona at all, go wash your cars. We need the rain. I need the rain. I'm tired of the sun. I'm tired of the sky. I want there to be clouds. Sorry, I'm excited. I hate the fucking sun so much. I hate the desert. I need out of here. If you've been a part of my curse, first and foremost, I'm sorry. Second, my mother's birth year, not my mother, but my mother's birth year is, 1947. And, the 47 alone was weird. But then one day I was hanging out with a friend who knows a little bit more about numerology than I do. And, we haven't hung out in a while. Kind of wondering if that was my fault. Anyway, still wondering if that was my fault. I think about that anytime I think about this friend, which is anytime I think about the number thing with my mother and how 7:47 is just 1947 in military time. Yep. 7:47 p.m. Out of all the minutes on a 24-hour clock, I was born at 7:47 p.m. And fucking mother. 1947. 7:47 military time. That's neat. What does that mean? I don't know. It gets weirder. It gets weirder. And no, I didn't just check the runtime for this episode to see if I had managed to make it past 47. Thank God. It has gotten so bad to a point where I started just calculating, or not calculating, but listening, or not listening, documenting. There we go. That's the right verb. Documenting 47. And every time it comes up, anytime I see it just jump out at me, anytime it just happens to exist in the wild, it just exists. This one doesn't count. I just wanted it as the thumbnail for the folder of documentation processing because I specifically waited for that time. I was like, well, if I'm supposed to start documenting this as per the internet, after I've asked the internet 400,000 questions about numerology and got 3 different books about numerology from my favorite crystal shop called Fantasia. By the way, that's a minor shout out to Fantasia if you are a Phoenix or Arizona local and you like new age type stuff like crystals and gems and cards and stones and books and magic and witchy shit. I am not a paid advertiser. They also do classes and stuff. I'm going to link their website in the bottom actually so you can go check them out. Because I am not a paid advertiser, I am not sponsored by anything, but that doesn't mean that I can't show off the favorite things of the world that have shaped me and other people around me. I'm excited again. I'm sorry. But yeah, no, been documenting the ever-living crap out of 47. That's fun. Sorry, reading a text message. Making sure my world is okay. I've made it to 51 minutes on the one and only episode I'm recording this week. And it might rain tonight. And I got selected for a poem contest. And I have a Zoom meeting tonight with the Unsealed. And a dream. I'm dreaming. I don't exist. None of this is real. Nope. None of it's real. This was episode 33 or 34. I can't remember now. I lost the plot with the Digital Quill Podcast with your host, Mars Wilson. I hope you guys have a great day. Remember to breathe. Remember to exist and be present in the moment. Remember your time. Remember that I am here to hopefully teach, inspire, motivate, or entertain you. I want to entertain you at least if I can't do the others. So hopefully between Pirate Mars and my insane chaotic brain space, we have done something entertaining today. As always, humans of Earth, thank you for being here. Thank you for existing. Thank you for being human. I know it's hard sometimes, but I'm glad and I'm proud of you for continuing to go. So on that note, as always, humans of Earth, keep going. Don't stop. And if you could comment in the bottom below on any of the platforms you watch this, probably YouTube or Spotify, because Substack is a paid subscription tier, which, speaking of, before we go, I wanted to show you guys that. Let me switch tabs here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I think I adjusted the camera enough. Yeah. Okay. So, this is the Digital Quill Press Life and Travel, the About page. The varied stylings of a writer trying to leave their mark on the world. Let me teach you, inspire you, motivate you, or at least the very least entertain you. This is actually an interesting thing. Welcome to the Digital Quill Media. I am just a Renaissance woman writing and photographing everything that interests me to be able to create connections and bridge gaps with humanity. Let me give you my time. I need to readjust that fucking thing because that's annoying to me. The Digital Quill Press is the main blog featuring updates, just as life and travel, recommendations, and a variety of things that can't be labeled as food or consumables, entertainment, creating writing in the form of adults-only content. This is the central hub for all things Digital Quill Press and Digital Media. Let me give you my time. Oh yeah, I need to readjust my links. I forgot about that. Anyway, if you go here and upgrade to paid, this is the monthly one. You can post comments. There's chances for free merch. If you do the annual or just a supporter, Well, you'll get bundles of merch when those are available, hopefully later this year, because around my birthday I will be asking for money from family and friends instead of gifts, because I don't want gifts. I'm tired of fucking celebrating my goddamn birthday. Anyway, I would like to grow my business and hopefully eventually monetarily be able to have more money in my account than just a few dollars a piece. Being an adult is whack. I don't recommend it. Don't become an adult. I've been incorrectly saying 35 a year on my social medias. It's actually 30 a year. If you can spare $30 right now, that would actually be great. And you will definitely get some merch, because my goal is to have merch ready in my store and my website up and available by, let's see, it's July right now, August, September, October, November, December. We have 5 months left of the year. I want to have it up between September and October. That is the goal. That is the dream, is having the website and the store up and merch up and ready, and bundles. One of the things that I really desperately, absolutely 1,000,000,000% want to do, and I'm gonna switch tabs again because I have to in order to show you this. One of the things that I have is this. Friends and their work. You might actually see some of your stuff here. This is a website for a writer friend of mine. Book you can buy. My friend Tiffany, my friend Sam. I think it's Sam. I think that one's Sam. I need to actually redo these things. Yeah, anyway, there's these things. My friends do things. I actually have friends who have various projects and stuff, and could you even see that? One second. Could you even see that? I don't think so. So here. I am now at the bottom. You can see the Chrome tab. Yes. Okay. Oh, God. Okay. Yes, I have those things, link things in my social. Let's see. Oh, hey. Forgot about that. Oh, yeah. There are some things I actually... Oh, hey, another thing. There is something I actually need to go through and adjust. But yes. The thing that I want to have that is an absolute must need, no questions asked, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, is the my merch store on my website that's gonna host everything I do is also going to have... I don't want to make any commissions off of anything my friends do. I want them to have 100% of their proceeds. So one of the things I'm going to try to figure out how to do with my website is integrate other friends' stores or other friends' merch into my store, so that when I do get sales from that and their merch, it doesn't go to me, it goes to them. The one-stop shop, the community hub. My space, I don't want it to have my name on it. That's why I did the Digital Quill, because it's like Digital Quill, blending physical with the digital, which is kind of like important considering we all now live online. And now this is now an hour-long episode. I've spoken way too much. I'm sorry. I just wanted to show you those things because I have a lot of plans coming up, and I'm excited about them, and I hope I can get them to work and happen and see them happen, because I can't entirely do it by myself, but I'm probably going to have to do a lot of it by myself. I don't know yet. We shall see. Stay tuned for the future of the Digital Quill media, the Digital Quill family, and the Digital Quill podcast, and the Digital Quill Press, the umbrella. In order to create that umbrella, actually, it kind of just happened over time. A lot of rehashing and rethinking, and yes, But yeah, no, become a member. If you become a subscriber for $30 right now, or like in the next however many days or whatever, like the rest of the year probably, I plan on having the merch store up around September, October, if not live by November, December, if not spring next year. So by March or April, January, February, March, April. Okay, so by April of next year, which I think was a month after I started this podcast. So my 1 year anniversary will most likely have the store of merch up. That's actually not a bad idea. Hi, it's the 1 year anniversary of the Digital Quill Podcast. Welcome. I now have a merch store. Point of view in less or a little over 6 months. Like 9 months, actually. Wouldn't March be 9 months from now? Don't want to think about that. All right. You guys have a great day and a safe one. I hope I entertained you enough today, or inspired you, or motivated you. If you have any projects you want to start or get started or have started, please comment the links in the bottom too. I like supporting people, and I like connecting people's projects to other projects, and to projects, and to projects. Connection, 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 connection. The name of the game. Connect. Loud neighbors. Very loud neighbors. Kind of hope that got caught on the podcast just a little bit. God damn it. An hour, a minute, and 47 seconds. Goodbye. 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 I will see you guys next time. Thank you for joining this episode of the Digital Quill Podcast with your host, Mars Wilson. I'm going to quickly look at the podcast on Spotify to see what episode we're on, because I'm an idiot. Thank you for joining the 34th episode of the Digital Quill Podcast with your host, Mars Wilson. I hope you have a wonderful day. Remember to breathe. Remember to drink water. Remember to move just a little bit today. Get some sunlight. Read. It's good for your brain. And be entertained. If you feel sad at all, I've done this trick a few times and it works sometimes. It's kind of scary. Smile. Just smile. It doesn't have to be real. Just smile. For some reason, activating the face muscles in your smile here increases the dopamine in your brain just a little bit. So if you got randomly sad, smile. Or laugh. Try to laugh. Try to fake laugh and then try to real laugh. Yeah. If you want to get in contact with me for future episodes, you can do so at dearmars2023@gmail.com or the digitalquillmedia@gmail.com. I will leave the links for Fantasia, amongst other things, in the link below. Thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for making it to the actual final end of this episode. I will see you next time. Bye, everybody. Bye, everyone. Keep going, humans of Earth.